And we're now joined live by Nile TV's correspondent Mona Musalhi from the Arab League headquarters to tell us details about the agenda of the meeting and the issues covered in the ongoing session. Mona, hello.
Yes, good evening to you, Yasmin. And we're speaking again from the Arab League, where the opening session just convened a few hours ago. Top of the agenda of the talks is the Arab national security and terrorism, of course, pushing the Arab common work and, of course, regional crisis. These are the top of the agenda of their discussion. Yasmin. Just a few minutes, or in his opening speech before the Arab League, the Secretary General of the Arab League, Ahmed Abu Dhabi, spoke about some important files. He spoke about the importance also of reforming the Arab League to be able to fulfill its responsibilities and to be able to carry out with its missions towards the Arab causes. A few important issues were raised. Among them was the importance of putting an integral strategy to the Arab vision towards ending and eradicating terrorism, and that includes a vision towards eradicating terrorism through an integral strategy, militarily, security, cultural, and from every aspect. Also, during this opening session, many of the foreign ministers spoke on the importance of finding solutions, concrete solutions for some of the regional crises, including, of course, Syria, in which they all reiterated the importance of finding a political solution, saying that there is no military solution could be found or could be or could end the Syrian crisis. They also spoke about the importance of a consensus or dialogue among all the Libyan parties in order to find a real ground for halting any violence in Libya.
Yes, Mona.
Yes.
Yes, Mona. I want to know more about. I mean, from where you are during the closed session meetings, have there been any, if I may say, clashes of interests or different opposing opinions regarding certain issues or not? And if there wasn't, has there been set any concrete timetable or time frame for the implementation on the number of issues, particularly the situation in Syria, for instance, when they assured that it should be a political solution and not otherwise? So have they set out means of or different ways of recommendations and how they will be implemented on the real ground under the umbrella of the Arab League?
Yes. Let me tell you, Yasmin, that one of the very interesting speeches that were said before the Arab League today was the speech of the Iraqi foreign minister, in which he spoke about how Iraq is fighting terrorism on the ground and is trying to eradicate terrorism through his own forces. But he also reiterated a very important issue, which is an Arab common vision towards issues, towards the causes. He said very much clear that there can be no solution to any of the crises that are here in the region except if there is a common vision for the Arabs. And I mean here that differences between the Arab countries on different aspects should end for the, I mean here for the well-being of the Arab nations. This was very interesting point. Also, another important point that was raised here is how to deal with neighboring countries and their interference in the domestic affairs of the Arab countries. And I guess they were referring here to the interference, the clear interference of Iran and Turkey, for an instant, in the domestic affairs of the Arab countries. I have to say here that one issue was reiterated very much and also spoke about by the UN Middle East envoy was the Middle East peace process. Now, there was a speech here, or Nikolai Vladinov, the UN Middle East peace envoy, here addressed the foreign ministers, and he spoke about efforts exerted by the UN in order to find or revive the stalled Middle East peace process. He spoke about the importance of Israel to commit to its obligations towards the Middle East or towards the Palestinians by halting the illegal settlements, but he also raised concerns of the violence in the Palestinian territories or between the Palestinians and the Israelis. And that was very much reiterated also by Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry, who spoke precisely about the importance of pushing forward the Arab causes through Arab means. And yes.
All right, Mona Mselhi, Nile TV's correspondent, would like to thank you very much for your updates from the Arab League. Thank you very much, Mona.